Welcome everyone. I am working on getting chat to load on the iPad. It seems to just take longer every day. My iPad it's too old. It's seen better days. I'm trying to adjust the tripod there. It looks a little crooked, didn't it? So as soon as I can get chat to load here, we're going to get rolling tonight. We've got lots of fun stuff to open. Do have a couple of unpaid things sitting out there at the moment. So if you happen to be one of the folks who hasn't yet paid for your team in the helmet break or the baseball bat break or the optic break, please take a moment and get that squared away. It's been a crazy month for non-paying bidders, like way worse than it normally is. And I swear to you, that still looks crooked, doesn't it? I don't know what the deal is. All right, chat has finally loaded. Hi, Aaron. I see Aaron is in chat. Hey, hey, hey. So we're ready to get rolling tonight. You guys know the drill. Most of you, anyway, have bid with me before. We have a little info to go over before we start ripping into our boxes and our packs. So the first thing there is about feedback. That is just to let you know that my feedback is automated on eBay. I do that so that you don't have to wait on me. So basically it works like this. Anytime you leave positive feedback for me, the eBay automated system is going to instantly return positive feedback for you. So that way you don't ever have to wonder when I'm going to get around to doing it, because goodness knows I stay behind. And the second thing you see there, of course, is a note to say thanks, because I appreciate each and every one of you who bid and break and chat and hang out with me. What we are looking at right now, these are the breaks that are already listed on eBay coming up over the next few days. I list new stuff just about every night, usually runs 4 or 5 days. So tomorrow night we're going to open a mini helmet. We haven't opened an autographed mini helmet in a while. Also a new era baseball cap. It's the first time we've done one of those. The checklists look good, though. Aaron Judge, Mike Trout, a lot of our high-profile players in this series. So I bought a couple. We'll try them. If we like them, maybe we'll get more. If we don't, oh well. No harm, no foul, right? Also an autographed baseball jersey tomorrow night. Another one of our three-peat basketball boxes that has the autographed baseball jersey, or basketball jersey rather, autographed basketball and autographed photograph. And then we'll break a half case of Allen and Ginter baseball tomorrow night. On Monday, we're going to do some Onyx Preferred Players autographed baseballs. You guys remembered we broke a bunch of cases of those earlier in the year. But this is different. This is the National Edition. It has a completely different checklist. So I'm trying this one as a player break. So you're not going to find that break listed, as Atlanta Braves and Arizona Diamondbacks and like that. You're going to find it listed as Aaron Judge and, Manny Machado or whoever's in it. I don't remember all the players off the top of my head. But of course, that's how that break is going to be listed. And then we'll see if we like it that way. If not, we'll go back to team listings. We will break another half case of Leaf autographed football jerseys. We're going to start that case tonight. We'll finish it on Monday night. A second case of Immaculate Collegiate and a third case of Certified Football. Tuesday, we will finish up with Cornerstones basketball. That'll be the last case of that I have. And also some more Allen and Ginter. Wednesday, loads of stuff comes out. A massive amount of stuff is coming out on Wednesday. And prepare for kind of a long break, because we're going to do it all. We will open a case of Elements football, a case of Noir basketball, which is a very expensive, high-end, 2,000 plus a case product. Usually has pretty good resale value. Some Immaculate baseball. I had that same dang typo in there last night, didn't I? And somehow, what did I do? I thought I fixed it last night, but I guess it didn't. Anyway, you know what I meant. Immaculate baseball. We'll do a full case of that. And we're only going to do a half case of Topps Chrome on Wednesday night just because of the massive amount of stuff that is coming out on Wednesday. On Thursday, we'll do a second New Era baseball cap and some certified football. Plan to do other stuff on Thursday. The internet was not cooperating with me earlier, and so that's all I got listed. Here's what you need to know about this page. I've got projected shipping dates for our free shipping breaks, which is the baseball bat, the batting helmet, and the football jerseys, projected to go out on Friday. As you know, the free stuff I usually get out 5, 6, 7 days after the auction ends. The paid shipping break tonight, which is Optic Baseball, I'm projecting for Wednesday. As always, if I can get something to you faster than what I project, I will. And occasionally, if something goes off the rails, it could go a day later. But those are pretty reasonable estimates for the most part, I think. And consolation cards. Here's what you need to know about that. If you are in one of the first 3 breaks tonight, the baseball bat, the batting helmet, and the football jersey, and your team is not the team pulled, you are entitled to a consolation trading card. It can be from any year, any series. I just grab it out of my, box of team cards and send it on the way. I track that for a rolling 90-day period, and typically what happens is I'm going to hold it, and then when you do next pull an item or a card in another break with me, I'll gather up all those consolation cards that you're due, and I'll send them out to you with that all at once. If you don't want to wait until you have a package shipping and you want it sent right away, it would just be plain white envelope stamp kind of scenario, but I can absolutely help you out with that. Just shoot me a message on eBay and let me know that's what you want to do. And Optic Baseball, oh gosh, you guys don't have to worry about consolation cards. There's a zillion cards in that break, and every team will pull some. So that is all of our preamble. Now we're down to business. So it is a 2018 Hit Parade Series 18 autographed baseball bat, break number 5. And everything we're opening tonight ended tonight, the 28th of July, almost out of the month already. And of course, we're opening it the same night it ended. You find team names are there on the left-hand side. The user ID of the winning bidder is across from each team on the right. Anything that did not sell is noted just like that. No bids buyback. So that just simply means it's an orphan team. No one gave it a forever home. So anything that comes out, if it were to come out for one of those teams that didn't sell, it would just hang out here with me. Otherwise, of course, it's going to go out the door to one of you. Last but not least, I am changing it. I'm taking autofocus out. I'm setting a manual focus. That does, in fact, as you know, take the background a little bit out of focus, but no worries. Okay, so here's your security seal on one end. And there's your, I hope I don't drop this. There's your security seal on the other end. Now comes always the fun part where I have to hack my way through that tape and then pull this lid off without cutting my hand off. That's always the interesting part of this. And in chat, who else is in chat? I better not look at that until I get this open. I really will cut my hand off. So I'll look over there in a second and see, catch up on the chat messages once I manage to do this. It's really just, I don't know, it's always so hard to deal with this stupid thing. Ah, there we go, at last. There, it's going to be Todd Frazier. They put it on the lid, which of course makes me super happy. So Todd Frazier these days, he's a Met, right? I believe so. I'll double check that, but I believe Mr. Todd Frazier is currently a Met. There is the Beckett Certificate of Authenticity that goes with it. Somewhere on here, we have a Beckett. We should have a Beckett sticker that's on there that goes with that. Maybe. Should be. I think. I don't know. I don't see it, though. Do you? I see the signature. Is it somewhere else on the bat? Oh, yeah. There it is. It's down there on the bat knob. There's the Beckett that matches the paper COA that you see inside there. And it is, again, Todd Frazier. And Todd Frazier, I do believe, is a Met. He gets traded around a lot, but I'm pretty sure that's correct. Okay, now to chat. So I see Aaron, I already said hey to you. You're the only one I saw before I got started. And then Greg is here, and Jeff is here. Philip is here. Philip, we haven't seen you forever. Hello from South Carolina, indeed. T. Cassidy's hanging out. Nicholas is in the house. And who else is here? Gina. Hi, Gina. And Bill Shaw. And it's Bill's first break with us. He was looking for Orioles. Dang it, Bill. I don't think we managed to hit that for you. I am dreadfully sorry about that. It's always good if you can start off with a hit, but I am glad you joined us tonight. I'm sorry we didn't pull you an Oriole, though. And let's see. We've got to put up our spreadsheet again to move on down the road here. So this is something you probably just saw a moment ago, but if you happen to tune in after I went over this and you haven't seen the information yet, rather than subjecting everybody to me reading through it all again, I would ask that you please just take a moment to look at the info on the screen. And if you have any questions, jump into chat and let me know. So we are now heading into a 2018 Hit Parade Series 5 autograph batting helmet break number 7. Same format with team numbers. Let's try that again. With team names on the left and your name in lights across from your team on the right-hand side. And Aaron, you said that's my... Yeah, you know what? It is. I did remember pulling another Todd Frazier bat recently, but I couldn't remember how long ago it was. But I did remember pulling a Todd Frazier not too awfully long ago. He's turning into the baseball version of the Steelers. Hey, Darren got his first baseball bat, so congratulations. Hey, Hit Parade has changed their packaging. It's all very pretty and official now, and all these security seals and all kinds of a hot mess of stuff. But it looks very professional now. I mean, you guys know kind of what this packaging has looked like in the past from Hit Parade, and it wasn't quite as cool as all of this. So they've stepped it up a notch. Which really, you know, kind of they should, because the stuff, it's not like they give it away, you know, it's kind of, we pay plenty for it, so I think it's about time they got us some decent looking stuff, instead of that crazy, like, ballot boxes and weird stuff they've been using. All right, so, let's get all this out of there. Come on out of here, buddy. And, of course, you get a handy little carry bag with it. And it's going to tell us in there who it is. It is, oh boy, Aramis Ramirez. Okay, well, if I can get the glare off of it. So that's a Cub. I wouldn't have really necessarily remembered that offhand, but it's Cub. There's a, I don't know if we want to, I'll try to get it out of here without doing too much fingerprinting of it. So there's your signature. And of course, inside here is your certificate of authenticity stuck up in the top. It's a Dave and Adams COA. These are official MLB helmets. So there's your MLB logo on the back and the DNA sticker that goes with the paper certificates. The stickers are really the most important thing, guys, on these items. You don't ever want your authentication sticker to come off the item. You can lose the paper and it not be that big of a deal, but you definitely don't want the sticker to come off. But nonetheless, it's all here this time, sticker and paper, and it is for the Cubbies. Gina, did you have that tonight? No, dang it. Every time you do that, I think you have it, and then the next thing will be like, oh, consolation card. Dang on it, Gina. You always get me thinking you've won, and I get all excited, and then no. One of these days soon, though. One of these days soon, we're going to have to, I mean, we got to get some hits for you, right? What's going on with that? How are we not getting anything for you these days? We're going to have to step up our mojo game, aren't we? Sounds like. Okay. Yeah, I know. It's up here again, but I have to, right? People, a lot of times, they just scroll right to their break, and even as many times as this goes up every night, you'd be amazed at how many messages I get every week of people asking either when their item is going to ship or what happens if they don't pull anything. So I'm just saying. So if you didn't look at this a minute ago or hear me speaking about it at the first of the break, please take a moment, glance at the screen, familiarize yourself with what's there, jump into chat and ask me any questions, or send me a message on eBay. We are now going into 4 boxes of 2018 Leaf Autograph football jerseys. This is a half case break. It's break number 1. These just came out yesterday, and we're going to pop into the case tonight here, of course. And I'm going to take out all 8 of the boxes because it's, you know, we're going to do it just like any other case break. If we're not going to open the whole case at once, I'm going to take them all out. We'll number each of the boxes on the end and use random.org to determine which 4 we open tonight and which 4 will be open Monday night. And this case is way too big for me to get up on the table. And, well, I mean, I could get it up there, but you wouldn't be able to see anything. And it would give you a little earthquake, too, because it's kind of heavy. But They are hot off the presses. They just arrived yesterday. How am I going to do these? Maybe we'll do them like this. Will that work? Maybe? Maybe not. That doesn't work either. All right, well, I guess we'll just stack them up to the ceiling then. All right. I need to get a wider table, I think, because I don't, you know, you can't get a very deep field of vision when my table is not wide enough. All right, so 3, 4, 5, 6, number 7, number 8 down there on the bottom. And I'm bringing you with me, and here we go, right on over here to random.org. I guess I better get myself over there to random.org as well. So I'm just simply going to type in 1 through 8 and hit randomize. First 4 numbers that come up will be the 4 we open tonight. So we have 5, 1, 2, and 8. So 1, 2, 5, and 8 are what we will be opening up tonight. 1, 2, 5, and 8. All right, 1 and 2 are easy. Let's move 3 and 4. And what else did I say? 5 and 8, right? Yeah, 5 and 8. Okay. All righty, kids. You know what? Let's move. Let's do it like this, because that's really just in my way. But I'll show you the number on each one so you know it's the same one. Let me get these others put away. We'll be right back. Okie dokie, here we go. So we're going to start off with this one that was number 5 in our little, what do you call it, random lottery. Oh, you guys have been busy over here in chat. Dang, man. So Aaron is looking for the Bills. Nicholas just wants to see what's coming out of the jerseys. And Jimmy, who are you looking for? Mo Money wants to see, oh, the Browns. You haven't seen much come out for the Browns. Well, Pittsburgh Steelers. Dang. Look how we are starting off the night. Terry Bradshaw, baby. Oh, yeah. That is a nice, nice start. So there is your signature. You've got a hologram authentication, of course, from Leaf. You've got a hologram authentication that I believe is a player authentication. And you have a Leaf COA, which all these will have, a little credit card size Leaf COA. And, yeah, Terry Bradshaw, daggone. That is a nice way to start this half case of Leaf jerseys. But I got to tell y'all, Leaf always has big hits in it. I don't know, it didn't seem like, I mean, the break did okay tonight, but I really kind of thought you guys would be more excited about the fact that it was half case. I mean, I was kind of excited about it. I still am kind of excited about it, but you know. Oh, that's what you were looking for, Jimmy, was Terry Bradshaw? Well, we rang the bell for you right up front. And who have we here? We have a hit for the Titans. It's going to be Derrick Henry for the Tennessee Titans. And it's not, yeah, how can I get this so you can easily see it? Maybe like that. So there's your signature. Once again, you've got the Leaf hologram and you've got a player hologram and your Leaf paper that goes there. I really didn't want to unfold this the whole way, but I guess we kind of will because they have it folded weird and you can't otherwise see it. So there's the back of it, and it's a custom, so there's no NFL logos on it, but of course he is a Titan. So Derrick Henry was our second jersey out tonight. And he's going back in the bag much the same way it is when you try to fold a map. And I'll make it better before it ships out. Don't worry. Don't worry. Here comes number 3 of 4. Jeff says he thinks the hits are better than the hits in Hit Parade. Well, here's the thing, Jeff. Leaf only puts these out, you know, once. Occasionally they'll do a short run later in the year, but most of these are once per year for Leaf on these jerseys. So yeah, when they put them out, I mean, they don't mess around. They put good hits in them pretty much all the time. Oh, you're really gonna like this one too. And Hit Parade, of course, they're constantly churning out jerseys all year long, and kind of, I think, almost to their detriment. I'd rather see them do a little smaller print run and a little bigger hits. But how about this? Todd Gurley. Oh, yeah, baby. There is your Beckett authentication, and that's unusual. They're usually Leaf authenticated, but this one is a Beckett authenticated Todd Gurley jersey for the Rams. It's also custom. Pretty much all the Leaf jerseys are going to be custom jerseys. So the Rams with a nice hit, Todd Gurley. All right, we have one more to go in this half. May the force be with you. Jeff's looking for the Panthers. He needs a Carolina Panther to hit. Well, I have a Cincinnati Bengal. And a nice Cincinnati Bengal. Joe Mixon. One of your new young Cincinnati Bengals. So there is your nice Joe Mixon signature. You are JSA authenticated on this one. And once again, I'm sure this is going to be a custom jersey. But yeah, it is. But you do get your little Bengal stripes on the sleeves, which is a nice touch for the custom. So Joe Mixon and the Cincinnati Bengals, there is your paper authentication. And if you have one of these jerseys coming to you and you have a paper authentication going with it, or the plastic credit card one, either one, please make sure that you find that before you toss out your packing, because I will usually fold it up within the jersey. And you know, if you get all excited and open it up and you're shaking it around looking at it, that could drop out and you might miss it. So please make sure you find it before you toss everything. So to recap our jersey half case break, we have Joe Mixon for the Bengals, along with Todd Gurley for the Rams, Derrick Henry for the Titans. That's kind of hard to get that. You know, I'll show it to you upside down so at least you can see the signature. I showed it to you the right way up a minute ago. So that was Derrick Henry. And then, of course, the big booming hit that started the night off was Terry Bradshaw for the Steelers. Yeah, nice. So nice. Okay, I need one moment, please, so that I can get our jerseys safely tucked away, and then I will be right back, and we will be starting Optic. Okay, let me get our case of Optic up on the table. So I kind of like doing the half case. What do you all think about it? I mean, do you prefer doing them one at a time? I mean, we'll do some one at a time for sure, of course, as well. But I kind of like doing them 4 at a time in a half case. I thought that was fun. But of course, I'm not the one that's bidding. So it's really kind of, you guys set the tone for that sort of thing. Whether or not you like it is what matters. Okay, if you did not see this by now, you're probably just joining us. But basically, here's what it says to you. In the free shipping breaks, which we've already completed, they were the baseball bat, the batting helmet, and the football jersey, anticipated to ship out on Friday. All the free shipping breaks go out 5, 6, 7 days after an auction ends in general. And if you didn't hit in one of those breaks, your consolation card, you are entitled to a consolation card. It'll just be a random card for your team, can be from any year, can be from any series. I track it for a rolling 90-day period, and normally with a free shipping break, it's going to go out the next time you do pull a card or an item in a break with me. And I track that for 90 days. And if you don't want to wait on it, shoot me a message on eBay. We'll take care of it. We'll get it out the door, no problem. And then, of course, Optic, projecting that to ship on Wednesday. And if I can get it out to you faster, I will. If something goes haywire, it could be a day later, but anticipating Wednesday. No need to worry about consolation cards there. There's a zillion cards in this break. 12 boxes of 2018 Optic Baseball, full case break number 3. Also ended tonight, Saturday night, July 28th. And of course, same format with team names there on the left-hand side, and the winning bidders are across from it on the right-hand side. And Optic, we have had some seriously nice hits out of every case of Optic we've opened so far. In fact, we're 2 for 2 on Ohtani autographs, by the way. One in each of our first 2 cases. We pulled Baby Vlad. I mean, we pulled an Acuna to 10. We've just had some really, really nice luck with Optic Baseball. So hopefully that's gonna continue on that way. And you have, Jeff, I just saw what you said about the Joe Mixon jersey. Yeah, Joe Mixon certainly did have some problems before he was drafted, and it did absolutely include a really unfortunate incident of violence, of punching a woman. So yes, you are correct about what you said there in regard to Joe Mixon. Yeah. Aaron noted that we had three AFC and 1 NFC in that break. Oh, Jimmy, that was your first jersey break, and you hit the Terry Bradshaw. Oh man, that's awesome. That's perfect. That is, yeah, that is. You can't ask for better than that, right? Oh, Mo Money, I know we still didn't hit your Browns. I'm sorry about that. Now, here's the weird thing about this Optic Baseball, and I'm going to try to mitigate this a little bit, but it still doesn't really help. Something about the color of this box freaks out my webcam, and it causes it to be really weird, like a sepia, yellowy kind of color. And I have tried every which way of stacking these boxes to give it less reflective quality or whatever is causing my camera to freak out. And this is maybe a little bit better than some nights, but basically it's just going to have sort of a weird color, and it's because of the strange color of the boxes of Optic. That's all I know to tell you. I don't know how to fix it. I've tried. Mo Money, you are looking for a Lindor autograph. What did we pull Francisco Lindor out of recently? Like real recently, we pulled Francisco Lindor out of something. But what was it? Oh, it was Immaculate. No, it wasn't Immaculate. It was Inception, I think. Yeah, I think we pulled a Francisco Lindor autograph patch out of Inception last night, maybe. I think. Oh, Greg, yeah, man. That Terry Bradshaw is super nice. Super, super nice. Loving that. Like it, like it, like it. So I saw that the Steelers have announced their inductees into the Hall of Honor. Of course, they started that just last year with, I don't know, 20 some odd people inducted last year. And so we've got Rocky Blyer going in, and Franica going in, and then a couple of front office types, I think. So 4 in total, 2 players. But it was kind of cool. They did a nice little interview with Rocky Blyer and with Franica. So it was fun. So Optic, if you haven't done a break of this before now, here's what you need to know. There are going to be 2 autographs per box. There are loads and loads of parallels in here. There are a bunch of things that Panini calls quote-unquote short prints that you and I probably would not call short prints, because you might find 10 of them in a case. But nonetheless, they call them short prints. The way that you know the difference when you get them, by the way, because I'm not going to go over every one of them because there are so many. When they are considered a short print or a variation, that little baseball right there, instead of being white, it will be black. All right, so that's the way that works. And of course, we will stop on variations that are numbered and things like that for the most part. We'll stop and look at those, like that's to 149. But much of our other stuff, if it's a prism, of course, you're going to see it as it goes by. If it's not numbered, like the Nick Williams, that's just a base prism rated rookie. It's not going to be numbered. We're going to kind of keep on moving unless someone objects, because otherwise, you know, if you look at front and back of all of those that aren't numbered, we would probably not get much else done tonight. This is going to be a nice low number. It is Corey Kluber and the Indians, 210. Nicholas, I saw that. I didn't see all the details, but I saw that Ramon Foster got taken out of the first practice in pads today in Latrobe with some kind of a knee injury. So what is, you don't know how severe. That's what I was getting ready to ask you, was do we know how bad it's going to be? But you're saying they don't know yet. Dominic Smith, rated rookie prism. So yeah, that's a big blow if Ramon Foster goes out. I mean, you know, our O-line is excellent, and they have really good chemistry with Ben, and if one of them goes out, I'm going to be very unhappy. To 50, it is Mookie Betts. Mo Money says he thinks that Foster's out for the year. Oh, man, did he tear his ACL? I mean, what happened, Mo Money? I didn't see the video of what happened. There's just a base Ohtani. I merely saw the headline. I didn't even have time to read the article. I was super busy today trying to get a lot out, which I did. I got a lot out today, guys. So for those of you who are waiting on things, I got a massive amount of stuff shipped out today. Philadelphia Phillies, it is Roy Halladay. Significant signatures. How about that? So Phillies with a Roy Halladay, and I just dropped, I am so sorry, I just slightly dropped here Hirano. It is a base rated rookie, and I did not intend to have him slide off the pile there, but he kind of did when I picked him up. Nicholas, you said it was a pile up that where it happened. Daggone it. I mean, man, that just does not sound good at all. Harrison Bader, rated rookie for the St. Louis Cardinals. Roy Halladay was a sticker autograph. I don't know if I mentioned that or not. Harrison Bader is an on-card. And once again, I'm sorry for the sort of weird color that we're having right now. It is, you know, it's the reflection off those boxes. Ohtani, this is one of several that they consider a variation. So the one you saw earlier, of course, I pointed out was his base rookie, but there are quite a large number of additional Ohtani image variations within this set. I'd say at least 2 or 3 others, maybe more than that. It's quite a few anyway. What was which numbered? Roy Halladay. Roy is numbered to 20. Yeah, I think it's going to be tough. I agree with you, Jimmy. I don't think we're going to be replacing Ramon Foster very easily. I mean, our O-line, I'm proud of our O-line. In fact, I'm probably more proud of our O-line than just about anybody else on the field. They are just tremendous, and I don't know if they get as much credit as maybe they should. I think they're excellent, and I'm really sorry to see anybody get injured. You don't ever want to see a guy go down, no matter who it is or what team it is. But selfishly, because I am a Steelers fan, I am really sad to hear that we may have Foster out for the year. Ooh, Nicholas, what did you hit in Immaculate today? You said you hit big. Oh, BJ Finney. What was it numbered to, Nicholas? No. That's not who you hit. No. What did you hit in Immaculate today? I'm trying to read ahead and back and forth. I'm going crazy. I don't know who you hit in Immaculate. Ah, here we go. Now you're telling me. You got a Mason Rudolph jersey autograph, a dual Mason Rudolph, James Washington autograph to 25. Nice. Jalen Samuels glove, another Jalen Samuels relic, and a James Washington relic 1/1 patch. Daggone, man. You cleaned up, Nicholas. That is insanely good out of one break. Yeah, Jimmy, I agree with you. If we expect to keep Roethlisberger around for any number of additional years, you know, we got to have protection for him. Although allegedly he's in the best shape he's been in years showing up for camp. So I think probably the drafting of Mason Rudolph drafted a little fire under his tail too, it sounds like. And they say he's come in, you know, slimmer and in better shape and generally ready to go. So I don't know. But I hope that's the case. Nick Williams for the Phillies to 149. That blue is almost always going to be to 149. There's a Guzman rated rookie prism. Oh, that was just a Verlander prism. Again, you know, those that are not numbered like that, they may be variations, but they're not numbered. So we're going to keep right on moving through unless someone wants a different view. Yeah, Philip, I agree with you. There are not going to be very many more Holiday cards that you can pull because, I mean, obviously, yes, the guy died last year, so that's why when we pulled him, I was like, ooh, Roy Halladay. I mean, you know, how many of those autograph stickers are left hanging around? You know, not very many, I imagine. Rhys Hoskins, nice hit for the Philadelphia Phillies, who already pulled the nice Roy Halladay, and now you have Rhys Hoskins to go alongside. So the Phillies are off to a good start. And the Dodgers are about to join them because Alex Verdugo is a nice hit for the Dodgers. Very nice. Jimmy, you got a Jalen Samuels autograph patch and a Samuels draft day autograph in luminance. Also nice. You guys all know that I kind of think that, it's unnumbered, that Jalen Samuels is, that's the rookie I most want this year. I mean, I know I expect James Washington to be good. Mason Rudolph is probably going to be good when his time comes to take over the reins. But I'm kind of excited about Jalen Samuels. And I think he's a little bit under the radar, maybe. He's probably the least collected of the three main rookies that we're finding in products for the Steelers. So I'm a little interested in stockpiling some Jalen Samuels. Andrew Benintendi, and I don't know why I put that in the sleeve. It was backwards, and I thought it was going to be something, and clearly it's just a base card. I got all carried away for nothing. There is an Adam Jones prism and a rated rookie, just base rookie for the White Sox with Vieira. John, the helmet was for the Cubs. And Bobby, you had, you pulled a Halladay 3 of 5 earlier out of another break of Optic, and you're wanting to get all 5 of the 5. I gotcha. So, yeah, you've got to track down 4 more of those, and, of course, the hard part is you don't know where they are, right? Like, are they in somebody's personal collection already, or are they in breaks waiting to be pulled? That's always the hard part when you're trying to round up all of something, is trying to figure out where in the world it is. Oh, Mo Money, thank you. I just see that you answered John. He asked specifically who the player was for the Cubs. I see that you... and Nicholas did too. You guys both told him that it was Aramis Ramirez. So thank you both, each of you. Thank you very much. Jimmy, I think James Conner will do well this year. He had some problems last year. He had some injuries and some things he was dealing with. And, we also had to come in. You're trying to learn the playbook, and you've got to, you're sitting behind some other folks to get your reps. And this year, I mean, it kind of helps, honestly, that Le'Veon didn't show up again, because Connor will get a lot more reps. And I think James Conner's going to be good. So I think you'll see him on the field a lot this year. At least I hope so. That's my thought process on it anyway. But yeah, so this is the last of the optic that I have on hand. I don't know if I'm going to get any more in or not. I might. But there's, of course, gosh, I've still got a lot of Allen and Ginter here to open. We've got Topps Chrome coming on Wednesday. I've got a lot of that we'll have to open. I've got Immaculate Baseball coming on Wednesday, so we'll have a bunch of that to open. There's so much baseball, so much everything really comes out right around this time of year, because they release it for the National, and they just really pile it up on us. So it makes it hard to go back and pick up some of these other products with so much new stuff coming in. There's just not enough hours in the day to break it. Much less sort it and ship it, right? So, I don't know. We're going to be breaking at an incredible pace for probably the next 10 days or so. We'll probably be breaking most nights multiple cases of different products. And we may even do some multi-case breaks of the same product and do them as maybe as a fixed price or something like that. I don't know. Got to play around with it. To 299 Molina for the Cardinals, because they are overloading us at the moment. Gary Sanchez to 149 for the Yankees. He's out again with an injury after kind of messing around, and like there's a Torres rated rookie prism, like not chasing after balls and kind of being Gary Sanchez-y. I guess that he seems like he kind of does that from time to time. And then came back and later said it was that groin injury flaring up again. So, I don't know. Of course, this year it seems to be all about the Washington Nationals just deciding they're not going to run to base. They just kind of look and say, hey, I'm going to be out anyway. No need to bother. I mean, there's been 2 or 3 times recently where they've done that. Bryce Harper was one of them. Felix Jorge for the Twins. That is numbered to 125, rated rookie for Minnesota. So I guess we can't bash on Gary Sanchez too much when you got multiple guys for the Nationals just going, yeah, there's no need for me to run to base. I'll just take a pass. I don't know. Strange sometimes. But I mean, I guess if it's like 1,000 degrees and you're kind of out there playing in essentially, pants, and probably hot and tired, and if you know you're going to be out anyway, then all right. The Mickey Mantle, numbered to 149 for the Yankees. Mo Money says he would let Le'Veon touch the ball 50, I believe that says 50,000 times, since he's going to walk next year. You know what? I'm sure that they are going to give it to him a lot. They did this past year too. But truly, I'd rather see Connor and some of our other young guys get more reps and Le'Veon get less, because, well, he is going to be gone. We need to develop our other guys. Angels, this is not Ohtani, but I pulled you a nice Kevin Maytan, and I think that's a heck of a hit in and of itself. Rated prospect for the Angels with Maytan. Nice hit, in my opinion, anyway. Nicholas says run his wheels off. Yeah, I mean, it's just such a... I don't know. It's just an unfortunate situation. I mean, the whole scenario is just bad. And then, of course, he takes Todd Gurley's contract and tries to make it look like Gurley's getting whatever it is, 14, 15 million a year, but it's not. I mean, it averages out to that, but it's not really that because he's already under contract for the next 2 years at roughly 9 million a season. And then the extension kicks in and he gets some guaranteed money and some things like that from the extension. So maybe when you put it all together, it maybe on paper you can play with the numbers and average it out to a deal of that magnitude, but realistically it's not. He's going to get 9 million next year and 9 million this year, 9 million the next year, or a little over. And then from the extension, then he'll step up a little bit. But Le'Veon tried to make it look like, oh yeah, everybody thought he was crazy for asking for 14. Well, he is still crazy for asking for 14 because you know what? That's not what Todd Gurley got. Who, by the way, is also younger. And who, by the way, usually plays full seasons without being injured or suspended for drugs. So, just saying. Just saying. And you know I love Le'Veon. I do, but I think he's been a little unrealistic about the whole contract situation. And I understand the guy wants to get paid, but when you're offered whatever he was offered, which was about 13, 14 million a year, or maybe even a little over 14, and you're still saying you need 17, and then the closest guy to you was making 8, now making 9, basically. Doesn't seem all that realistic, but anyway, it's not my business. Jimmy, you are heading off to bed tonight. All right, well, pleasant dreams. I know you're going to dream of that Bradshaw jersey that'll be showing up at your door before too long, so congratulations on that. That was a really nice hit. I might be a little bit jealous of that because I do love me some Terry Bradshaw for sure. The Browns, well, you're right. The Browns probably do have 17 million to blow. This is to 99. It is an Aaron Judge standouts insert, which honestly we don't see very much. So I've numbered standouts inserts. That's kind of a nice little hit. Jojo is asking me, did I decide yet what I'm going to do with the last case gold standard? Manny Machado, Baltimore Orioles to 199. Yes, I know he's been traded, but of course you guys remember, it's always going to go to the team that is designated on the card, right? So if it says Orioles, which that one did, his former team, that's where it's going to go. We probably won't be seeing him show up in anything as a Dodger until, I would guess, update, right? I mean, I would think that would be, and maybe not even in updates, but I would think in updates. So JoJo, the gold standard, I have not decided what I'm going to do with it yet. If I'm going to break it as a full case or a half case. I mean, again, we've got so much stuff. I've got a lot of certified left down there. And we've got, of course, Elements coming out on Wednesday. That is Frank Thomas to 299. So I'm going to want to get into Elements. And obviously we'll have to continue working on certified. And then we've got Immaculate Collegiate. I mean, there's just such a massive amount of stuff. I've kind of pushed that last case back a little bit. To 99, Clint Frazier and the New York Yankees. I'm leaning towards, JoJo, opening it as a full case, but I'm not 100% decided yet if that's what I'm going to do. Because sometimes when I look at it, the bidding looks like it would support it as a full case break. Other times when I look at it, like the half case that ended the other night, if I just doubled those, it would have been disastrous in terms of what I needed to get and what I would have gotten. Cam Gallagher for the Kansas City Royals. So, yeah. So, I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with it yet. And I used to always save some out to do 1 and 2 box breaks with later in the year, because that's always fun. And some people don't like to do case breaks. They only like to do the 1 and 2 box breaks with the, the low buy-ins and the free shipping and whatnot. So I used to always save like a half case or a case for that, but I didn't buy enough this year, I guess, to do that. I tried to buy more. They wouldn't sell it to me. There is an Ohtani Prism rated rookie Again, they're calling it a variation or a short print, whichever you prefer, but we'll probably see quite a few of those. They're not all going to be prisms, but we'll probably see more of that photo variation. And then there's another rated rookie for Ohtani. That one was not a prism, nor was it numbered, but when you pay a lot of money for a team like you do for the Angels, I figure you want to get a good look at any of your variations anyway. Yeah, Aaron's lobbying like you, JoJo. Aaron and JoJo are both lobbying for that last case of Gold Standard to go as a full case. And honestly, if I felt like I wasn't going to lose money on it going as a full case, I'd be happy to open it that way. But I took a beating on Spectra and on Cornerstones. Ugh, and I still have another case of Cornerstones to go. Yeah, I mean, just got scorched for several, well, a lot of money. So, yeah. So I don't know. I'm a little gun shy on things that look marginal right now. If I look at it and think, it might make it, it might not as a full case, I don't know. Makes it a little more difficult. Yeah, and Mo Money also likes the full case. Yeah, I mean, I prefer on things, as you guys know, most things that don't have a lot of base cards in them, I bust them as a full case. Most of the time, I only break them up if they have such a massive amount of cards that I don't think I can deal with it all at once. Or, like in the case of this upcoming Wednesday night, I probably would have broken the Chrome as a full case. Even though it's got a decent amount of cards in it, we probably would have done that as a full case if we weren't also opening 3 cases of other stuff. So that's why Chrome went in as a half case for Wednesday night. But for the most part, yes, I prefer to break it as a case as well. You said the biggest problem is how bad they flood the market with new product after new product. Yeah. You know, here's an interesting thing about that, JoJo, because I didn't know this until recently, within the last, I don't know, 6 months or so maybe. I have a rep who used to work for Upper Deck. So he's given me all kinds of interesting little insights and things about the way things work from the Panini/Topps/Upper Deck side of the business. And that is a question that I asked him. There's a rated rookie prism for the Phillies, was exactly that. Like, how come we have to get 50 million new products and like half of them we don't care about? Ahmed Rosario, that's numbered to 50 for the Mets. Here's the part I did not know till he told me. The various sports entities, there's Mitch Garver, rated rookie prism for the Twins, as in Major League Baseball, the NBA, and the NFL, have in their contracts a requirement for the card company to produce X amount of products per year. So when they signed those exclusive deals with Panini or Topps or whoever it was, there was something in there that said you have to have whatever it is. If it was 10, if it was 50, if it was 100, whatever it is, that's how many products you have to put out per year. How about that, Atlanta Braves? Yeah, there's a nice little rated prospect on-card auto of Acuna. We've had good luck pulling him out of Optic as well. So, you know, Topps, left to their own devices, maybe they wouldn't want to put out quite as many products as they have to put out because of the contracts they signed with Major League Baseball. Ditto with Panini and the NFL and the NBA. So I think that's kind of the reason we see as much as we see. And obviously, I believe that they just take what doesn't work, what they don't sell a lot of, or they get stuck with, or whatever they do with it. I think they get, you know, the information from that. And if they think it's not doing well, then they'll just dump that particular product and they'll come out with a new, different one to $2.99, Sanchez and the Yankees. Whereas if it's something that they think is doing well year after year, like Prism, and that sort of thing, they'll keep producing it every year. So I think that's kind of how it works. Brett Phillips and the Milwaukee Brewers. Nice little optic autographs. That one is a sticker autograph. You can probably tell that the way it's on there. But a lot of these in here are on card. But we do have a few stickers mixed in here and there. And yeah, Mo Money, the Acuna was nice. We pulled an Acuna autograph. I think it was an autograph. It was definitely Acuna to 10. I think it was signed. Could have just been, I think it was signed out of one of the cases. This is to 299, Andrew McCutchen and the Giants. And there's a Verdugo rated rookie prism. Cody Bellinger and the Dodgers in some sort of a variation, photo variation, or sometimes it's a nickname variation. So it can be images, it can be nickname. There's all kinds of different variations that can trigger that little short print / variation black baseball on the back. But you know, the thing about it is this, really. Here's my problem with them producing so many products is stuff that you want more of, that we like. Optic, Prism, etc. They don't make nearly enough to satisfy the demand because they say they don't have enough assets, quote unquote, which basically just means they don't have enough autographs or relics, depending on the product. Depending on the product. And so they don't make very much of it. And then those autographs or relics end up going into another product, often a new product, which sometimes we like and sometimes we don't. That's actually how my question came up to my rep originally. Because I was like, why do they produce this stuff that, you know, we don't want, we don't like, and they don't give us enough of what we do want, we do like. So, there you go. All goes back to the contracts. Cats and Crates. I absolutely will do a recap of the autograph hits at the end of the break. We are a ways away, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 boxes left. Not counting the one I'm taking out of wrappers right now. So after we look at this, we'll be at the halfway point. But I will absolutely recap our autograph hits at the end of the break for sure. Be happy to hook you up with that. So Cats and Crates, do you have a lot of cats? Or do you work with a rescue, or you have a lot yourself, or you just like to put cats in crates and take their picture? I'm just interested in your username, that's all. I like it, Cats and Crates. Sort of like Cats in the Cradle, that song from many years ago, like the 70s, I guess it was, or maybe the 80s. I can't even remember the name of the guy who sang it now. You have 2 cats. What are their names? I have some cats around here, too. I had a couple, and then I found one outside last year around Thanksgiving. And brought him in and got him well and got him fed. And he's a crazy person. His name is Monkey, the new one, because of all the stuff he does. I tried to find him a new home, and no one wanted to give him a home. So Mr. Monkey lives here now, too. So I have my 2 older ones and then Monkey. Jack Flaherty for the St. Louis Cardinals. But, yeah, Monkey keeps us all on our toes. I mean, he is... He's really smart, and I think that's part of the problem. There's a rated rookie prism, Willie Calhoun and the Rangers. Because he is so smart, he gets bored, and he just gets into everything. It's everything. Ah, so you have Luna and Misty there. Oh, 6 and 17. Wow, 17 is awesome. That's fantastic. The oldest cat that I have had as an adult lived to be 16. Was a rescue from the Humane Society. It was a solid white cat, and his name was Flea. He's been gone for many years now, but I had him for 16 years. And I guess I'd had him about a year or so when I adopted a second cat, named a solid black cat, and named Teddy to keep Flea company, because I used to travel a lot and stuff then for work. And Teddy lived to be 13. Reese Hoskins and the Phillies to 199. And then after Flea and Teddy passed, by then we had moved, and where we live now, we back up to a park. That's to 299, Reggie Jackson and the A's. So we got all kinds of stray cats and feral cats, and they would come up here. So, you know, we built them little shelters that are heated in the winter, fed them, etc. Eventually got them all trapped and either spayed or neutered, got their shots and all that stuff, and then just returned them, as it's called, trap, neuter, return. But before we had everybody rounded up, there were definitely some mummies that had babies, and that's how I got the other two that are in the house now. So, and they're, what are they, 6 or 7? They're set, maybe gonna be 7 pretty soon. Isn't that awful? I can't keep track of their age. We do have a redemption, and I am being cruel and unusual punishment minded here, and I'm keeping it upside down until the end of the break. Nicholas says, including a psycho cat. You're talking about Monkey. He is, though, man. I mean, you know, the latest thing that he's done, Nicholas, you'll appreciate this because you know some of the other stuff he's done because I've talked about it in other breaks. But the latest thing he did, this was so strange. I use one kind of litter for my cats, and it's called Everclean. And it's the best cat litter I've ever found. And I've used it all the way back from when I had Flea, you know, when I was in college. And Monkey has always had the same litter because he's just a little fella, right? And he's only been in here since November. And usually I get it in this 42-pound bag because it's just less money to buy it in the big thing, and then you don't have to go buy it very often. But this one time, they were out of the 42-pound bag. This has just been a couple weeks ago. So I had to get it in one of the boxes that's like half that weight. So I, you know, had the box there. Of course, you know, it has the little pour spout, which I had poured some into their box and just sat it there in the laundry room and didn't think anything else about it. And I go in there later and I find Monkey. He's like a bull going for the cape that the matador would be dangling. He is running up and headbutting the box of litter because he likes to see the litter fall out onto the tile floor so that he can then play in it and scoot it around. So I'm just kind of watching this to see like what he's going to do next. So then he runs up and he starts putting his foot in there all the way up to his shoulder. So his paw, his whole leg, his whole front leg is down in the spout that is opened up in this box of litter. And he starts pulling it out by the, I start to say handful, but I guess it'd be pawful. He starts just pulling it out into the floor. So even though I know I'm going to have to clean it up, I still just let him do it because I want to see what's going to happen next. So he gets this huge pile of litter on the floor and then just starts laying in it and rolling in it and taking his paws and just like making sand art or Etch-a-Sketch or something else. So I'm like, oh my gosh. So I clean it up and, you know, whatever, put the rest of the litter in the box so I don't have to worry about him doing that again. And I think I'm kind of done with it. This is Lindor to 199 for the Indians. Then the next thing you know, I go, you know, when the 42-pound bag comes back in, I go get the bag. That's what we've had ever since he's lived in here. Well, now he's, I guess, decided he likes having litter on the floor. This is to $2.99 because one night when I was doing a break, all this was going on downstairs, but I didn't know it. Andahar rated rookie prism for the Yankees. So I go downstairs after the break. He has chewed a hole in the 42-pound bag of litter and let probably about half of the bag out into the floor, into, thank goodness, the tile floor. And in the laundry room, spread it out into the kitchen, and I go down there and he's just laying in the litter, just like rolling around in it, happy as he can be. Like, oh my goodness. So yeah, Dustin Fowler and the A's rated rookie. So that's the kind of stuff Monkey does. I'm telling you all, he's like, he gets bored and he gets creative. Yeah, so he basically made like Cat Beach out of his kitty litter. So, and after I cleaned it up, he did it again like 2 nights later. Also while I was doing a break. Clint Frazier, numbered to 99 for the New York Yankees. So needless to say, I went to the good old standby Amazon and I ordered a plastic rolling bin, and now all the litter stays in there. Reese Hoskins to $2.99 for the Phillies. So Cat Beach is officially closed. And that is a Brian Dozier, Diamond Kings, another Shohei, just base. I think I see, actually I see the back of what's going to be our next hit. I kind of cut the deck on the hit and didn't realize it, but here it is. It's Cam Gallagher to 25. We already saw Cam Gallagher earlier, but now you have a second one, and it is numbered to 25. Nice. Oh, Cats and Crates. Yeah, he definitely, you said he sounds like a monkey. For sure he is. I mean, he's really crazy. He got in the dishwasher one night. Like, I'm unloading the dishwasher. I turn around. He's gotten in it. I was putting away groceries. I turn around. He's gotten in the refrigerator. When he hadn't been in the house very long, and I carried in groceries, and you know how when you're carrying in a lot of groceries, and you kind of set some bags on the counter, you set some bags on the floor, you just kind of set bags wherever, depending on where you're going to be, unbagging them to put them away. So I'm carrying them in. I hadn't been gone maybe 30 seconds out to the car to get the next load. I come in, he has chewed through the bag and chewed into the meat. So chewed through the bag and through the plastic, covering the meat, and was eating the raw meat. What else has he done? Oh, he's done so much stuff. He likes to ride on the other 2 cats' backs like he's a cowboy and they're a horse. And they don't like that at all, so that causes problems. I can't even think of all the other stuff he's done. He's 20 kinds of crazy, though. He is wild. But, oh well. What are you going to do? It keeps us entertained, I guess, anyway. But how about Luna and Misty? I'm guessing Misty's probably fairly calm, being 17. Luna maybe is calm at 6. I don't know. Some of mine in the past were rambunctious at 6, and some of them had calmed back down a little bit. So, hard to say on any given cat. All right, so we are, of course, as you know, at our halfway point, the lower, I guess, because there are 4 unopened boxes over there, and then, of course, I'm taking the cards out here of the 5th box to look through, and we do still have 1 pending redemption sitting right there on the edge that we'll flip over when we get to the very end. Nicholas, you are out of here for tonight. Oh, you're going to be in Immaculate on Monday. Excellent. Oh, but you won't be able to watch it live. Well, then I will not spoil it for you. So if you hit something major, I will not spoil it for you. I won't message you or anything, but at least I'll know why you're not in chat if you're going to be at work. So I won't look for you to be in chat then, but we'll hope you pull some awesomeness out of there. Numbered to 99, it's Baby Vlad for the Toronto Blue Jays rated prospect. So Misty sleeps a lot and Luna is wild. She talks a lot and plays fetch. Oh, you found her under a vending machine one winter. Aw, poor baby. I like that she plays fetch. Monkey will run and chase stuff and then run back up to me and wait for me to throw something else, but he won't bring back to me what I threw. So he doesn't really exactly play fetch, but he will, you know, if I gather up a bunch of his toys, he'll chase them down and then come sit at my feet and wait for me to throw the next one kind of thing, which is not quite as advanced as Luna does for you. I'd love to teach him to truly play fetch, though. That'd be so much fun. I'd have a blast with that. Nikki Delmonico and the Cubbies, a rated prospect or rated rookie prism. I'll get it out in a minute. Oh, Nicholas, yeah, that's no problem, man. I will, I'm sure, remember what the deal is on Monday. So just whenever you get to it, we'll be all good. Cleveland Indians to 10, Francisco Mejia. Nice hit for the Indians. Of course, he's been traded away subsequently, but obviously, Indians on the card goes to the Indians. That is to 149, Joey Votto All-Stars for my Cincinnati Reds. Clayton Kershaw, Dodgers to 199. And have we got another, have we already found both of our hits in here? Nah, I don't think we have. I think the other one, yeah, I think we've just had the Mejia out of here, right? Sometimes I lose track. Well, most of the time I do. Who am I kidding? Ahmed Rosario is our second hit. That is for the Mets. And Ahmed Rosario is numbered 2-5. So if you have the Mets, you're happy with that. That's a nice low number Rosario. All the way down to 5. Diamond Kings. Goldschmidt, Prism, D-backs went by there a second ago. Mo Money, who are you saying? Trade who? Trade who? I know not of what you speak, Mo Money. You know my head goes in the wrong direction sometimes. So you have to give me more information. You know, I've thought about starting the breaks earlier on Saturdays, but I don't know if that's better or not. I'm just thinking about the fact, you know, like people working and like Nicholas was saying a minute ago that he had to get to bed tonight and that sort of thing. I've always been of a mind to kind of, I used to go later on the weekends, actually. I would go earlier through the week, and then I would go later on the weekends. And then somewhere along the way, I don't know, maybe 6-9 months ago, a year ago, I kind of settled into 10 o'clock, and I just sort of stayed there. But before that, I would often vary it. And like Monday through Friday might be more like 9:15, 9:30, something like that. On the weekends, 10:30, 11. Because it's hard. You're trying to cover all the time zones. And there's a 3-hour lag between me and the West Coast. So 10 o'clock here is only 7 o'clock there. But nonetheless, I have considered if it's better sometimes maybe to do them earlier rather than later. I don't know. What do you guys think? Oh, you're saying you knew if you got a hit in here it would be Francisco Mejia because they had traded him? Oh, I'm sorry, Mo Money. Hi, Randall. What is happening? We have not pulled any Ian Happ for you tonight. Not so far, anyway. I'm assuming you have the Cubs. Do you have the Cubs tonight? I'm thinking maybe you do, since you said what's happening. You thought I wouldn't get that, didn't you? You know I'm slow sometimes when I'm doing a break. I get my head set in a different gear, but I got it tonight. That is numbered to 99. It's Lucas Sims for the Atlanta Braves. Miguel Sano, just Prism. And Moncada is going to be numbered. He is to 99. White Sox. Out of This World Bellinger. And Giancarlo is just some kind of a variation. You can tell by the little black baseball, but I don't know exactly what variation. There's a Ryan McMahon rated rookie base. Josh Donaldson Prism. I think that was, yeah, it was a Prism. Andrew Benintendi. Again, there's some variation on that, but I'm not sure what the variation is. I would have to look at it a little more closely to answer that. Ozzie Albies, Atlanta Braves, rated rookie Prism. And we have another hit for Chicago, Victor Caratini. I say another hit, but really I just had Ian Happ in my head. This is actually maybe our first hit for the Cubbies, but I kind of had it in my head. So Victor Caratini, on-card autograph, rated rookie, unnumbered for the Cubbies. I'll see. Now, Randall, I thought it was just in time for you, but you don't have them tonight. No Cubbies for you tonight, huh? Well, hey, thanks for stopping by, though. You know I always like when you guys come and hang out with me. It doesn't matter if you're in the break or not. I'm always happy to have you hang out with me and chat with me. I like having the company. Zach Granite to 125 for the Minnesota Twins. I don't know why those always seem like they would be upside down when I look at them. I always flip them like the opposite of the way I should for some reason. Devers and the Red Sox is a rated rookie. Austin Hayes, Baltimore Orioles. Nice low number to 10. We must be in our hot box, right? Haven't we already pulled more than 2 autographs out of this box, or am I just hallucinating? It seems like we might be in our hot box. There's an Indians Lindor parallel of some sort or another, and a Trey Turner Prism. Oh, Cats and Crates. That's right. You told me you had the Cubs when you got in the break, didn't you? See, and I'm telling you guys, my mind. Obviously, I'm not as good at multitasking as I think I am, right? So, rated rookie Dustin Fowler for the A's Prism. Here is a standout Aaron Judge to 99. Oddly enough, we don't see this very often. We already pulled 1 tonight, and now we have a pair, both numbered to 99. Both Aaron Judge. Shohei Bautista. And we got anybody else hiding out in here for us? Corey Kluber, Indians. Yeah, we have one more hanging out for us. It is also a Cubby. It is Albert Almora Jr., Cats and Crates. You've been hanging out hoping to get something, and you're all of a sudden cleaning up. You went from 0 to 60, didn't you? So there's a nice little Almora to go along with your last hit. And don't forget, we still have a redemption hanging out here too. See, so that's going to be something for somebody as well. So Randall, what have you been doing? Where have you been spending your time this summer? Have you done something fun, interesting that we can live vicariously through you and hear about? Right, Cats and Crates. I remembered you asked me about the recap, but I was just saying you've been kind of like, ever since you asked if you had anything, you've been kind of patiently hanging out, waiting, thinking, oh man, am I going to get anything? And then you went from like 0 to 60. You got a couple of nice hits right there in a row, or kind of in a row. In close proximity. How about that? That's the right way to say it, I suppose. I'm all of a sudden craving brownies. My mother made some brownies the other day that had like caramel and stuff mixed in them. And they were insanely good. And I don't really normally crave a lot of stuff like that. I'm kind of more salty stuff than sweet stuff normally. And more what I'm geared towards. But man, I'm craving those brownies right now. But they're all gone, of course. They were all eaten like instantaneously. I got a couple of them. But yeah, I don't know what my deal is that I'm all of a sudden, like right at this moment, I'm craving those brownies with that caramel in them. Oh, you got a new wheelchair. Tell us about it. Is it like one of the souped up ones that does like everything? The really cool ones? Well, yeah, I would say that that probably was very expensive. That's the 299 Zach Granite and the twins, the Minnesota Twins, Joey Gallo. But you know, I've seen that they make some really very nice ones, but of course, I'm sure insurance doesn't pay for the like whole thing though, right? Probably only pay for part of it, which just blows. That's to 149. It's Walker Bueller rated rookie. I mean, really, with the amount that we all pay for health insurance these days, they should cover stuff like that, in my opinion. Of course, they don't really care what we think, I guess is the deal, but... Oh, it's a power electric. Okay, well, that's nice. That's much better, I'm sure, than having to do it all manually, so I'm sure that makes life a little easier. Jim Bunning and the Phillies. The Phillies have had some really nice hits tonight. There's optic autographs. Very sweet. George Brett to 149. Justin Bauer to 199. Kyle Seager. The optic boxes, Randall, are... I don't really know what they're going for these days. The last I looked at them, they were like in the 90s. Because, of course, you know how all this stuff is. Doesn't matter what it was originally. They mark up the price and, you know, jack you for it pretty good as soon as it's released. That's to 199, Joe Morgan and the Reds. It was maybe in the high 90s, approaching 100 the last time I looked. But that has also been probably more than a week ago that I looked. Adam Wainwright and the Cardinals. Or maybe about a week ago, actually. About a week ago that I looked. Harrison Bader and the Cardinals to 50. So I don't know now if they've stayed the same or gone up or down or what exactly. But probably somewhere in that general sort of vicinity, maybe. And this is numbered to 149. It's Dallas Keuchel. Yeah, I agree with you. I like the looks of optic. It's to 299, Freddie Freeman and the Braves. I like optic in all the sports. You guys know I always buy, doesn't matter which sport it is, I always buy as much optic as they will sell me, at least at the regular price. To 99, it's Joey Gallo. I don't always buy it at the marked up price. Sometimes I do, but a lot of times I don't because they make it so high it becomes difficult by the time you factor in the box cost and then the PayPal fees and the eBay fees and the on and on and on fees, you know. But as much as they will let me buy at regular pre-order price, I absolutely buy it. They always cut me back, but I always try. Nicky Delmonico for the White Sox. And there's Bryce Harper to 299 for the Nats. Somehow or another, they usually give me more optic in football than they give me in any of the other sports. I get the least amount of basketball from them and kind of a middle-of-the-road amount of baseball and more football. It's the way it's been in the past. To 199, Cam Gallagher for the Kansas City Royals, a rated rookie orange prism. Severino to 299 for the Yankees, the New York Yankees. Noah Syndergaard to 149 for the Mets. We're closing in on it. A little piece of this box left and then 2 more to go. You did your first, our Cats and Crates did your first break ever last night, and it was in Optic, and you got 2 hits and a half case. That is very good, Cats and Crates. And I must warn you, I think this is fair warning, breaks are totally addictive. So just you are forewarned. This is the $2.99. It's Eric Hosmer. And I almost said the wrong team. I still can't get used to him having been traded. So Eric Hosmer for the Padres. Ryan Sandberg, Cubbies, in a prism variation there that went by. Here's a Rizzo to 299, Cubbies. Robinson Cano, 199, Mariners. A Verlander prism. Michael Fulmer, Tigers, to 299. My screen's was trying to go to sleep on me over there. A DeGrom for the Mets to 99. Mike Trout Prism, Diamond Kings, Angels. J.D. Martinez, Red Sox, 149. Ozzie Albies, rated rookie prism, Braves. 2 boxes left. Oh, Mo Money, you are terrible. Mo Money's raining on your parade, Cats and Crates, saying that he hopes you don't get in a long cold streak. He's telling you about the downside, so he's really not raining on your parade. He really is being realistic and telling you that, yeah, sometimes you're going to hit streaks where, oh, it's brutal. And sometimes you go a lot of breaks and you either don't hit anything good or you don't hit what you want or you don't hit anything at all. And you feel very sad and unhappy. That's happened to all of us. And then will come that magic break where you hit something incredible or you hit a lot of something and then you forget all about the bad, yucky streak. It's kind of like childbirth, all right? So, like, it's when you're in the cold streak, it's like, oh my gosh, it's like right after you've given birth, you swear you will never do it again. And then, you know, a few years go by, you forget how much it hurt. In this case, you wouldn't have to wait a few years, but you know what I mean. And then you decide, oh, it's all worth it, and everybody's happy again. But yeah, 2 breaks in 2 days. Yeah, I'm going to tell you, when I first started breaks, and I'm talking about buying into breaks, not when I first started doing them myself. When I first started buying into other people's breaks, oh my gosh, I went insane. Every day was like Christmas, and I probably gave my mailman a hernia with all the stuff he had to carry here. As I would buy in like 4, 5, 6 breaks a day, and and I loved it. And it was over the holidays, so I had tons of free time. I was off. It was like around Christmas, between Christmas and New Year's. And oh man, did I buy into so many. But yeah, I was hooked, and I have been hooked ever since. I don't buy into as many now because I do, breaks for you guys, which kind of scratches my itch in the sense that I still get to see all the hits and open everything up and all that. But it also takes up a lot of time by the time I do the breaks and then sort and ship and whatnot. So I end up not having as much time to buy into other people's breaks. So that's kind of what happens. Yeah, there are, here's the thing, though, about baseball Cats and Crates. There's usually enough other stuff in it that even if you don't hit the autograph hit or the memorabilia hit, a lot of times the numbered cards, especially in the Topps products, can still be worth a lot of money. Says Ryan McMahon, Colorado Rockies. depending on the player and the rarity, obviously, of the numbering. This is numbered to 199, Aaron Judge and the Yankees. But more so than you will find in some of our other sports, you will find that Topps, their short prints even that aren't even numbered, just their straight up short prints, some of those can be worth quite a bit of money. So there's lots of other ways to make money in baseball breaks in particular, besides a straight up autograph and memorabilia hit. This is numbered to 20, Tampa Bay Rays, Brent Honeywell. How about that? Nice low number. And didn't he have Tommy John? Am I mixing him up with somebody else? But didn't he have Tommy John first this year? To 299, Ken Griffey Jr., Seattle Mariners. Ohtani, another base rookie. A Michael Fulmer to 149, Tigers. A Josh Bell Prism for the Pirates. Ozuna to 50, Cardinals. I said the other was our hot box, but this looks like our hot box, at least in terms of parallels. This is numbered to 299. It's Lance McCullers for the Astros. And there's a Steven Strasburg Prism. A Salvador Perez to 199 for Kansas City Royals. Joey Votto Diamond Kings for the Reds to 99. Oh, it was Anthony Banda that had the Tommy John. Okay. For some reason, I thought Brent Honeywell had Tommy John this year. I don't know why I thought that he did. Matt Carpenter to 299, St. Louis Cardinals. Well, any way you cut it, Brent Honeywell would be up towards the top of the prospects that Tampa Bay has in the pipeline. It's probably not the very top, but he's probably in the top 5. To 149, Severino. And Eric, I just noticed that was you that said that. Where you been all night, Eric? What's happening? Ryan McMahon, rated rookie. And a Ryan McMahon to 99. Rated rookie, but a different one. Eric, you might have been here and just been quiet tonight, hanging out, keeping to yourself. But you know I always like to see you in chat. You always keep me up to date on all things Reds. Paul Blackburn to 299, Oakland A's. Yeah, Mo Money, there are tons of numbered cards in Optic. And again, across all the sports, it's very similar. Basketball, football, baseball is all structured very similarly with Optic for donruss. To 199, Chris Sale and the Red Sox. Which technically, donruss and Panini are the same thing. Because Panini, bought donruss many years ago. Chicago White Sox, Vieira to 199. There's a nice little Jack Flaherty rated rookie prism. And, now, hang on a second. My stack of stuff in a sleeve over here is trying to run away from me because, those sleeves are kind of slick. And if they get too tall, they want to slide around. So let me get them situated again over here so that they're not doing the Leaning Tower of Pisa on me. And now we're good to go. Tavares, 149, Texas Rangers. And next up is Adam Jones to 299 for the Orioles. I mean, really, this Optic is pretty much, it's the same card design and everything as regular donruss baseball, but of course, it has the chrome type finish to it, which is why it's called Optic. But they also reconfigure it a little bit. There's not nearly as many base cards in it, and there's slightly more hits than you have in regular donruss baseball. Honestly, I'd rather just not have regular donruss baseball and have it all be Optic. But this is to 199. It's Jose Ramirez, Cleveland Indians. There's a rated rookie, Nick Williams, just base rated rookie for the Phillies. Daniel Murphy and the Nats to 299. And that is a Prism Mickey Mantle for the Yankees. Granite to 149 Minnesota Twins. Herrera, Phillies, 299. A Chris Sale Prism for the Red Sox. Robinson Cano to 99 for the Mariners. He's still cooling his heels after his PED suspension. Mike Trout, Angels, Prism. All right, last box mojo, kids. You know what time it is. It's time to get our collective mojo working so that we can pull out some fire out of our last box. And bring the volcanic fire. Last box mojo. All right. If we have not yet pulled what you are looking for or found your team, here is hoping that it comes out either in here or on that redemption. Which I'm not even sure who the redemptions are this year in Optic. They're not Ohtani because he's live in the product. Because we pulled Ohtani autographs out of 2 cases. So it's not him. It's not Baby Vlad because we pulled him live out of something. So I don't know who it could be. Who our possibilities are for the redemption. I'm still waiting on a redemption from last year for Benintendi out of Chronicles on the Spectra card set. And they haven't sent it to me yet. It's one where somebody didn't pay for one of my breaks. That's actually how I end up, you know, that's my equivalent to buying into breaks these days. I have, when people don't pay or teams don't sell, well, those end up being my spots one way or another, whether I intend for them to be or not. So that's kind of my version of breaking, I guess, with things for the most part these days. And that's how I got that Benintendi last year, but they haven't shipped it to me yet. He said it's going to be a big-time player, Mo Money. I hope it is. I hope it is. Maybe it'll be like an Aaron Judge or something. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. You had a Chris Bryant GQ Glassworks 1 of 1. Oh, that's nice, Eric. You know, I haven't ever pulled one of those Gypsy Queen Glassworks. You're talking about the box toppers. I've never pulled a 1 of 1 of those out of anything. So, I mean, as in, like, breaking myself or buying into anybody else's breaks. So that is a pretty cool hit. This is numbered to 60, and it is another Austin Hayes for the Orioles. But we pulled some nice Chris Bryant out of Inception last week, or maybe this week. Rated Rookie Prism, that is Clint Frazier with his nickname on there, Red Thunder. Do you really suppose they call him that? Charlie Blackmon. I mean, like on a regular basis, some of these nicknames that Panini puts on here and says that they were the player nicknames, like I just can't imagine them calling him Red Thunder every day. Like, hey, Red Thunder. I don't know. Maybe they do. Some of them seem like a little bit of a stretch. That's all I'm saying. Roy Oswalt, Houston Astros, numbered 225. Optic autographs. The Astros had been sweating it out, thinking that they were not going to hit. And there it is, hanging out until the last box. You got something. Oh, you think Nick Senzel will be the redemption? Really? Well, I guess he could be. He's been in a redemption in a lot of products recently. So, yeah, that could be. Wow, Noah Syndergaard sold for $350. Redemption, I'm assuming you mean, Eric? Jimmy Sherfy, Arizona Diamondbacks. I believe that's another team that hadn't had a hit yet. So there's Ian Happ refractor prism for the Cubs. Now, C and I have been doing really well tonight and remembering to call them prisms right up there until the end. So for those of you who might not know, a prism and a refractor are the exact same thing. But Panini calls them prisms. Topps calls them refractors. They are both exactly the same. It's the coating on the card that gives it the rainbow of colors when the light hits it. Thomas Nido for the Mets, numbered to 99. And so I quite often, that's a Joey Votto prism, when I am breaking this product, most of the time I will forget and call them refractors because I break so much more baseball and Topps than I do here. Well, that's just a nickname variation, but anyway, it's on a sleeve now. Tony Gwynn prism for the Padres. And I had done really well tonight. Got through almost the entire night without saying refractor and then caught myself right there at the very end. Oh, you're saying the Glassworks 1 of 1 sold for $350 for Noah Syndergaard. Dang. To 149 Aaron Judge, Yankees. I wouldn't have guessed it would have gone for $350. That's excellent. Then I would say that your Chris Bryant should outdo that, I would think. Mickey Mantle, another nickname variation for the Yankees with the Mick there on the front. Cody Bellinger and the Dodgers, that is an image variation or some sort of variation because we have the black baseball on the back. There's a nice little Torres rated rookie prism for the Yankees. A Clayton Kershaw to 149 for the Dodgers. All-Star Joey Votto Reds, that was not going to be numbered. Victor Caratini hits again. Cubbies with a pair of Caratinis. One to keep and one to sell. How about that? This is a rated rookie prism. And was it numbered? It is not numbered. Okay. But still, Cubbies, you're doing all right, cats and crates. See, you just needed to be here live, and then you got the mojo working for the Cubs, and you've been cleaning up ever since. All right, if I had a drum roll, I would give it to you right now, but I don't. So we're going to flip it over, and then we'll go to the checklist and find out what it's going to be numbered to and verify our team and all that. And it is, I'm trying to get a sneak peek. Oh, man. You called it, Eric. That is insane. That's exactly who he said it was going to be. It's Nick Senzel for the Reds. Oh, that is so crazy. Is he the only redemption in here or something? Or are you just psychic, Eric? Because that's pretty impressive. Rated Prospect Signatures Aqua. So let's head on over here to the checklist and get this one verified. Meanwhile, we would like for Eric to give us maybe the lottery numbers, since he's kind of on a roll here, calling things out way in advance and being right, by the way. So yeah, hook us up, man. Tell us what the lottery numbers are going to be. I want to know. Okay, what did I say this was? Rated Prospect Signatures Aqua. All right, we got to get all the way down here. Signatures Aqua. There you are. And there's not very many to choose from there. Only 4, so he's pretty easy to find. And is going to be numbered to 75. I guess it doesn't say the team name on there, but we know he's a Cincinnati Red. Everybody knows he's a Cincinnati Red. And if you do not know he's a Cincinnati Red, you can find it on MILB.com. That's the website for minor league baseball, MILB.com, and it will tell you that. So, it was Philip that called it. Eric, I thought it was you. It was Philip that did. Dang. See, now, Eric, I'm sorry, Philip. For some reason, I thought it was Eric that said it. It is Philip that prognosticated that for us and had a little crystal ball out calling that for Nick Senzel like way before we knew who it was. So in fact, Philip is the one who needs to give us lottery numbers and other things that we can translate and make money on. Yeah, I like that plan. That was an excellent call because I had no idea. All right, let's recap, kids. We have Victor Caratini for the Cubs, Thomas Nido for the Mets, Sherfy, Diamondbacks, Oswalt, Astros, Austin Hayes for the Orioles, Jack Flaherty, Cardinals, Brett Phillips, Brewers, the nice Acuna for the Braves, Cam Gallagher, Royals, Clint Frazier, Yankees. Oh, I forgot about that we had Kevin Maytan. That's a nice hit for the Angels. That's an excellent hit for the Angels, actually, Maytan. Felix Jorge for the Twins, Alex Verdugo, Dodgers, Reese Hoskins for the Phillies, the nice Roy Halladay for the Phillies. We will kind of flip this one over, and it is numbered, if I can find it, to 20. Because, of course, you know, obviously that's on a sticker because Roy Halladay passed away last year. So probably not a whole lot more of his autographs we'll be seeing come out. Harrison Bader and the St. Louis Cardinals. Our Nick Senzel redemption for the Cincinnati Reds that Philip called out for us way in advance, which is pretty cool, I have to say. Tampa Bay Rays, Brent Honeywell. Ryan McMahon, Colorado Rockies. Nicky Delmonico for the White Sox. Jim Bunning for the Phillies, which is another cool hit for them. Albert Almora Jr., Cubbies. Nice Austin Hayes. We will flip this one because it's to 10 for the Baltimore Orioles. Zach Granite. That one is numbered to 125. There's another Victor Caratini on a different card set, also for the Cubbies. Lucas Sims for the Braves. We're going to flip this Ahmed Rosario, too, because it is numbered to 5 for the Mets. And then a nice Francisco Mejia for the Indians is also low-numbered. It's to 10. Another Cameron Gallagher for the Kansas City Royals. And another Clint Frazier. That one is numbered to 99. I say another Clint Frazier. It was, wasn't it? Yeah, I think we had a first Clint Frazier that went by a minute ago. And then, of course, there were loads and loads and loads of parallels of various sorts, numbered things and short prints and photo variations and etc. But in this one, we just recap the hits. Now, for anybody who might have missed it earlier, I'm going to throw up the spreadsheet information here for you one more time. So, projected shipping date for Optic that we just finished up. Projecting it for Wednesday to get out the door. If I can get it to you quicker than that, I will. If something goes kind of haywire in my week, it could slide into Thursday. I hope not. I hope I can get it to you Wednesday or sooner. But so we're projecting it Wednesday. The free shipping breaks tonight, which were the autographed baseball bat, the batting helmet, and the half case of football jerseys, which rocked, by the way. Projecting those to go out on Friday. And consolation cards, of course, if you were in one of the free shipping breaks and you did not pull anything, your team did not hit, you are entitled to a consolation card for your team. It can be from any year, any series. I just kind of grab it out of the box of cards I have here for each team. I track that stuff for a rolling 90-day period, and normally I would wait until the next time you do hit a card or an item, and at that point I would gather up all of your consolation cards from the past 90 days from that point and send them all off to you at one time. If you don't want to wait for that and you'd like to have your consolation card sent to you just by itself in a plain white envelope and a stamp, send me a message on eBay. We'll get that taken care of for you. Optic, of course, we do not have any worry about consolation cards here. There were lots and lots of cards in this break. Every team pulled at least a handful of cards, so no worries there. Everybody's getting a little package heading their way. And then finally, another pass through the stuff that's coming up in the days ahead. So lots of memorabilia tomorrow night. Autographed mini football helmet, an autographed New Era baseball cap, an autographed baseball jersey, a three-peat basketball box, which will have an autographed basketball jersey, an autographed basketball, and an autographed picture, and then a half case of Allen and Genter baseball. On Monday night, we're going to open the case of Onyx Preferred Players Autograph Baseballs. This is a different checklist than all the cases we opened earlier this year. This is the National Edition, and I listed it as a player break. So it's not listed by teams, it's listed by the player name in this instance. We're also going to open the back half of the case of Leaf football jerseys that we started tonight. We will open a second case of Immaculate Collegiate Football, and we will open a third case of Certified Football. On Tuesday, we'll open the third and final case of Cornerstones Basketball and more Allen and Genter. Wednesday night, loads of stuff comes out. Too much stuff to even think about, but we're going to be crazy and we're going to open it all on Wednesday night. So it will be a case of Elements Football, a case of Noir Basketball, a case of Immaculate Baseball, and a half case of Topps Chrome Baseball. So Wednesday is going to be rocking. Thursday, it will be a second break of the New Era Baseball Cap and a fourth break of Certified Football. And that is all that we have tonight. So I think that's got us all squared away. And once again, thanks everybody for joining. I appreciate the fact that you came by and spent part of your Saturday evening with me. So hopefully I will see you again soon. And until tomorrow night, take care all. We'll see you the next time. Bye now.